everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about why I'm returning the Apple Watch, why it didn't work for me, and why I just kind of think it sucks. I'm going to be a little bit brutal, but hear me out, and maybe this works for some people, but it just didn't work for me. First of all, let's talk about the price point. I paid $384. I bought it from Walmart and I got an insurance with it, which was like $44, which is, if you can see, which I don't know if you really can, there are quite a few scratches already. I am in the vet field and yeah, I just thought that there would be scratches because I can be a little clumsy. So that's why I got that one. But at that price point, I expected this to do a lot more than it does. So let's get into the actual watch. So when you see the watch, this is the face I currently have set. You can have other faces set. So there's this one, this one. This is just something you can customize on your own in the app on your phone. If you scroll, I've just started to understand how to use this, so when people think I'm crazy, I'm like, I'm sorry. Okay. This is like the main feature. This is like their big main screen. So I want to talk about the first thing that I did not like. Let's go to Spotify. It says here, want to stream on your Apple Watch? Select here. Got it. If you heard, the music came from my phone, which is my first complaint with this, is that you can't download playlists or have music on here. I don't like that, mainly for the reason that I think the Apple Watch should be a really good product on its own, and you can't really just go out for a run with just your Apple Watch. You have to bring your phone with you, and in recent years Apple has made their phones really heavy, and I have an iPhone 8 Plus. I just never felt the need to upgrade more than that, especially at the moment. So if I were to take that, that would be extremely bulky. So I'm wondering why we cannot download playlists on here when there's 64 gigabytes of space on here. So that's probably my first complaint. The only thing that the Spotify app on here is good for is controlling the music from your phone when you have it on another device. So the second reason I am unimpressed with my Apple Watch is the sleep data. If I can find it. So I just want to show you how limited the sleep data is. Okay, let's just... So only thing it says here is how long you have slept. Okay. How it differs from any other time you slept. That's literally it. I think for a watch that is supposedly smart, I think it should be able to do more than that. The only thing this watch tells me is hours I slept and compare it to any other time. I think it should be able to tell REM sleep and other kinds of sleep, how long you're in bed, a good time to wake up like the Sleep Cycle app. I know you can have other apps in here, but I think Apple should be able to provide a good app on their own, considering most of the other apps are stuff that's already on my iPhone, and this is just convenience. I also think there are simpler devices that offer better sleep data, and that's the part that always gets to me. I'm like, so then why? My next problem with the Apple Watch is the blood oxygen function. Now it says here that it measures my blood oxygen, but anytime I actually try and get my blood oxygen, it tells me this. Now, I was keeping my hand in the air, which could have definitely influenced that, but in general, I keep my hand on the desk and I try to measure it. It tells me the same thing. It's a similar problem I face with the Apple Watch's ECG function. It always tells me that it's inconclusive data, it can't really do anything with it, and I think that's dumb because this is one of the biggest selling points of this watch, and I'm like, if you can't do that, then what's the point when your two biggest selling functions, the ones that you're really advertising, don't ever work? The other thing is they told me that because I was under 22, it wouldn't be able to tell me anything useful, which I just lied and I put that I was above 22 so I could see if it even worked, and it doesn't even work, and other friends of mine have also said the same thing, and I'm like, so I really just bought this for nothing. Another thing that annoys me is the fact that when I open the Headspace app, the only thing that shows up here is the breathing mini, and you have to be connected to another device. There's nothing else on here that I can use, just that one breathing mini. And I want to be able to like bring up a meditation of my choice, not just have this one meditation here. I want to be able to listen through the audio on here, which I know works because my alarm every morning comes up on here. And I think it's annoying that the only way I can do this is if I'm connected to a Bluetooth device. And I think it's annoying that I can only choose from one meditation. I don't know if there's a way to customize this or fix this, but I have not found it yet. And I have been regularly figuring out a lot of things about the Apple Watch in the recent week. The other feature that I wanted to complain about is this. So this is called Duo, and it's basically this double authentication thing that my school has where basically you need to open this app and you need to press like a check mark so that they know that you're not hacking into your like school email and stuff. They're like super secure about it. But I cannot do it from my phone. I'm sorry, I cannot do it from my Apple Watch. I can only do it from my phone. And I'm like, this could be the most convenient thing, like for it to have a check mark, but this is all it does. It just gives me a code, which I don't need a code. Basically what'll happen is when you open the Duo app, if you're on another device that needs like authentication, it should come up as a check mark and it'll tell you the IP address and everything. But it won't let me do that from here. And I'm like, so then why do I have this automatically downloaded on here? I mean, I know I can delete it, but I think that this could have been a really useful feature for really anyone in general, and they just kind of fell short there. Another thing that I've already complained about that I did want to recap on is the fact that the fitness is like terribly limited. Like basically you just kind of pick what kind of exercise is gonna happen, you press on it, and that's all there is to it. Like I'm just pressing on it, they're just assuming I'm doing some sort of exercise, and that's really all there is to it. Like, I thought that they're, like, the way they advertise is you could be streaming workouts and blah, blah, blah. But I think that's really limited, that all there is on here is just, like, any sort of workout that I could press. And instead, it's not like, hey, try this workout, or hey, here's a workout you can stream from your device, or download this on your phone and you can stream it on your... Like, I just feel like it's just terribly limited in the fact that it's just, you can press start so that they know that you're about to start exercise, and that's literally it. I complained a lot, but in terms of actually useful features, one of the most useful things for me is like Google Maps. If you have a trip on your phone, it'll show up on here and you can just keep looking at the watch. It won't speak directions from the watch, but at least, you know, you can see it on the watch. Although I've started to realize, like, while driving, it's not terribly convenient to be looking at the watch anyways. You might as well be looking at your phone, so that's that. Another thing I low-key like is the activity ring. This is one of the more unique things about the Apple Watch that's just something that they managed to make their own, where you just have to close all these activity rings. It's interesting to do. It's something that can keep some people motivated on exercise and walking a lot throughout the day if you can't get like an explicit workout in. So I think that's nice. Another feature that I also kind of like is that you can unlock your laptop with this, only if you have like an Apple one though. And I don't actually know how it works because sometimes I'll look at the, like I'll open the watch and it won't unlock. So I don't really understand how it works 100%, but it works and it can be convenient from typing your password. The other thing that's not terrible is that you can download like your own sleep apps on here and, you know, track via that. I also think the Apple Pay feature is really convenient because you don't have to take out your wallets and stuff, although I do know that data is less secure using things like Apple Pay, but that's just like an issue for another time. And the other thing you can do is you can ping, if you lose your phone, you can ping it from here. That's convenient. I've talked about the text to speak feature, and at first I thought it was super convenient, but if you talk to it, it's not always as accurate as you'd like. Hi, my name is Manjari and I like to, oh, it got that, okay. I owe a lot of money, I love drugs. Oh. So sometimes it's terribly accurate like this, but most of the time it's not always. Like if you want to say things like, oh, it's just gonna go like, oh. See, it doesn't understand stuff like that, which isn't a big issue. You know, it just, the text-to-speak feature could be a little bit better, but I think overall it's one of the better features on here, and it's convenient because you can't really type on here. Other things you can do that I don't think are deal breakers or whatever, because you can do it on any devices, you know, you can check your email, you can open up photos that are synced from your phone, you can control the camera. They have this like breathe one that comes up like a lot of times, just this 7-minute breathing, which I don't think is particularly different than the Headspace app, but I think it's annoying that I can only use the breathe app to really do meditations via here. I can't do meditations on Headspace, and it's like, why can't I choose that app of my own? Why does it have to be your app, Apple? I also want to show you how dirty the wristband gets. In my opinion, this is really gross. You can kind of see how brown it is. It's literally just crust. Like, ooh, you can see it especially up here. It's disgusting. Like, I cannot imagine doing this. Other than that, it's not that heavy. It doesn't hurt your wrist, although my hand has been in the air for a while, so that's why my wrist hurt. My conclusion is there are better products on the price that are cheaper. Anything that says it can do, I think other devices can, like the heart rate, the blood oxygen, which it can't, which was supposed to be like a big thing, the ECG they can't really do, controlling, you know, other devices from here. I think that is a very limited feature. I really, like, what's the point in having the Spotify app on here if I can't listen to playlists? I think the point of having an Apple Watch for me is I don't have to use my phone as much. But for example, if I'm on a run, I still have to take my phone if I want to listen to music. If I want to meditate, I still have to use my phone. I can't really control much of Headspace on here. So I think that it had so much more potential, but it didn't, and I'm not going to keep around a product that just is subpar when there are so many better working products out on the market, which is why I'm going to be trying a different product. I will review it as well and see if I like it better. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to be returning this bad boy to Walmart, unfortunately, but luckily I will be getting a full refund anyways. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. DM me on Instagram if you have any questions about this, if you're considering buying this and you're like, maybe she's just being too critical about it, blah blah blah. Just, you know, hit me with your questions. I'm happy to help. Other than that, leave me any video ideas, and most importantly, have a great day. Bye!